Welcome to another stream. Tom's one Daffel. Good to see you. D-Man 50. Singletown Bachelor. another chat. You can check out Singletown Bachelor. CJ Wilkins is in the house. Check out CJ's channel. We'll see what happens here. Sultan Norzad's in the house. Good to see you. Ghost Lachlan Rebel. It's just not celebrity that divorces, but all billionaires. Bezos, Gates. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Ghost Lachlan. Phoenix. North South is back. I haven't seen North South for a while. Harshit. From India. Saludos to you. Brass Balls is back. Good to see you. I think goes Old Man Odin is in the house. Good to see you. JJ is back. AZ. Good to see you. Ed is back. How's Ed doing? 3:30 a.m. just to talk. Well, good for you. Thomas Newton is back. Lisa Smith from Kansas City cooking it up tonight. PH live from, where's PH from? The UK. AZ, love the short video. Is that the one I did yesterday? About my buddy. We just can't rescue them from their bad behaviors. It's the truth. Patriots won. There are good women that men marry, but the chance you marry is like 20%. That's more than I give it, but yes, very, very rare. Jorn is from Holland, and he's back in the house. Good to see Jorn, Mr. Hemi. We got Polo is back. Good to see Hemi, another wrench. AZ says it's around 6 p.m. in New York City. Greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, couldn't make it work. He just took the thunder away from me. Polo 25 from England. Good to see you. I Am John is back. I love you, Rad. Thanks for being my guardian. I know we just share with each other. So here's the deal. The celebrity divorce massacre. And specifically, I'm thinking right now of Stallone and Brady. Stallone and Brady. Bezos, that was a few months ago, a year ago. Who else? Gates. Elon Musk, isn't he divorced again? But let's just talk about Stallone and Brady. Right? That's basically what I want to talk about. Tom Brady is about to lose one of his rings, says Tommy Nakajima. To see you, absolutely. I'm on the road now, coming back from Prescott. Timmy Kramer, the Forever Bachelor, coming from San Diego. See Timmy. Rest in peace, the Queen. God save the Queen, the fascist regime. Says Lisa. Batman is back. Check out Batman's channel. He's got a channel. But think about this. If Tom Brady, the GOAT of all-time quarterback, football player, the most rings, he can't even make his woman happy. She wanted him to retire, apparently, watch the kids, be domesticated. She was missing her attention. It all blows up in Miami. Anyhow, long story short, she got bored. She's not into him. She's not into the marriage and so forth. The celebrity divorce, the athletic divorce machine is going through the roof. How long was Tom Brady married? 14 years, 13, 14 years, has a couple of kids. How can the greatest of all time in football and the greatest of all time in movies, one of the greatest of all time, Stallone, based on his Rambo and Rocky, those are classics forever, right? How do they make – are modern day relationships even capable? Do marriages expire? Do relationships expire? I'm going to have to say yes. Not only can you not save a hoe, but there are traps set. If you try, don't leave the strays where you find them on the streets. Especially for the streets. They have been around and should be wiser. That's the problem with celebrities. They'll just jump back into it. Who knows? Maybe it's for career growth or hiding their Skittles life. I don't know. I finally agree with Rad that only 2% are recommended. I thought 10% were decent, says Jawara. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's 1% to 2%. Rad, yes, it's a short video. You can't save those we love unless they are ready. Until then, we must be compassionate and pray for them. Pray for the Stallone and Brady. Love is for suckers. Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde. Oh, that's another one I want to talk about as well. Good for bringing that up. Teddy Boy Smith from the UK. Rambo killed 1,000 men but was slaughtered by one woman. Isn't that the truth, Jorn? Women will never be satisfied no matter what we do. The 98% are not recommended. She probably would have divorced him even if he retired. I think you're onto something. If you try to save a hoe and the minute she sees you doing that, she will lose respect to you, and then it's just downfall because you become weak. That's why we try to reinforce with every man their value. It's not based on what a woman thinks of you. It's not based on the validation you receive. I have some David D'Angelo courses. Should I bother with them given I'm getting all the red pill knowledge from? I don't know who that is. But if it makes you a better person, go for it. Goldie Hawn's anti-marriage word, she makes good points, so I credit her. I think that, didn't Greg Adams talk about that today? I think you're right. I think that whole marriage certificate ruins it. How many times have you known people engaged, they get married 4 months later, they're divorced, and they've been together 10 years? I've known 4 people that have done that. The whole thing is disgusting. It's why I've checked out. With no forwarding address, brothers, says T-Talks. Good to see T-Talk is back. Polska's in the house. Good to see Polska. He's out delivering today. T. Brady wifed up Leo DiCaprio's discarded concubine, should have left her on the streets. Leo got her best for free. Leo gets a lot for free, and he gets their best. Well said, Ghost. If you can be a high-value male and still get streamed by these straggle-daggles, Tate, all mouth, and big-time fluff. AZs. Been married one time, don't do it. It's not worth it. I would agree. Marriage is not recommended. Kurt Russell celebrated 39 years of not being married to Goldie Hawn. Think about it, celebrating not being married. Crazy. You always say there are 1 to 2%. Have you met one? Yes. There are a few that I've met in my life. Most men make higher incomes and strive for higher pay than females. Females are content with their pay. Therefore, most men are screwed in marriage. Well said. Stallone and Brady, that the high-value male is a myth. Who holds frame? The courts and the state gynocrats. Ain't that the truth? Brady's wife was well-behaved before the wedding. She wants those rings. Bill Burr dropped some gems in his clip about gold digging 304s. I remember seeing that, Lisa. Very funny. Paying a ransom for renting a model 304. Wolf King Sigma in the house. Good to see you. Tell me where you're from. Anyone listen to late comedian Patrice O'Neill? Yes. He drops some red pill truth. Marriage is beta because you're just a good puppy who does what the government tells you. Patriots won. Couldn't agree more. Do you always agree with Tom Likas? I like a lot of what Likas says, but he's turned into a liberal lately, and I'm not down with that. But yes, basically Likas says this: quit validating yourself through women and be a jerk. That's all he says. Doing great. Just enjoying my infinite freedom, making money, enjoying everything else in the world apart from a woman, says Ed. Hope Ed is doing well. Hopefully your kids are back talking. Rebel, I'm doing my last delivery of the day, driving my ass home, though it's been beautiful here this entire week. Good for you, Polska. It's been hot as hell in Utah. Rad, did you read the book, The Manipulated Man by Esther Pilar? I have. I think it's a great book. I think it's the truth. And she got scolded and blacklisted for that because she challenged feminism. J Love, ND, the emotional black pill crybabies say we are sent our own way because we aren't. However, the 666 super chads are also getting. Hold this bag, L black pill crybabies. Well, even the chads are getting friggin', they're seeing the exact same thing. Chads and Pookies get quick access to female nature, but them being happy long term, no. And a lot of them were raised by single mothers. Wife separated 9 months. At least she let me out early. Look at it as a gift, my friend. Brady, I welcome you to MGTOW or the very last monk mode. What's Brady going to do? He's been with 2 beautiful women. He'll probably find another. I hope he's learned. Guys, the environment today with social media, technology, attention, head meds, you have no chance. If Stallone was so loyal to his dog, imagine how much he would do for his family. I think Stallone's great, and I love Rocky and Rambo's. If you have boys, watch Rocky and Rambo's from start to finish. Rocky 1 through Rocky 6. Watch the Creeds. Watch the Rambos. There's 6 of them. I love them. However, he was with how many women? He didn't choose wisely. Or he thought he did. A new brother in the Mass-ACRE inking MGTOW comics. Wow. That's pretty cool. Brandon, fun hanging out with Brandon. Had a couple hours just chilling with him. He's identical online as he is offline. In the flesh, Hemi. Wes is back. I saw that. We like the presence of 5 years of freedom. Phoenix Huang is in the house. Pookies and Chads. You guys, it's funny. Like a lot of people say Pookies and Chads get them all. That's not true. They might have an advantage, but in the end, confidence goes a long way. And, upkeep, hygiene, good hygiene, and good clothing selection. If you're an ugly dude, get white teeth. Get a little tan. Trim your hair. Maybe grow a 5 o'clock shadow. There's lots of things you can do. Props for Adam in Connecticut going to see Dinosaur Jr. Love me some Dinosaur Jr. In fact, where did he go after that? I think he did that song with Stacy's mom and what's the other band he did? It's off the tip of my tongue. Polska knows. What's the band Dinosaur Jr. did when he left? He had a couple side projects. Look forward for your book. Also, Sam is coming up with his book. I just have a booklet, my friend. You can get on my webpage, or actually on my channel. Phoenix, freedom is what we all seek. I distanced myself from a girl at work who had me in a tangle. It took a few months. I had to be disciplined to break the addiction of needing her attention. Now I see her around and I feel nothing. Well, you've moved on, Teddy boy. Slam Cave is back. Good to see Slam. Doing well, brother. Every male depression problem is related to female validation. Ooh, couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Miss Brady has had a backup husband Tom's entire career. She made it the point now to where she's ready to be with him full time. 100%. There's always a backup. She doesn't want to be Mrs. Tom Brady anymore. Nikki Nix. How's it going, Rad? Looking good. Good to have you in the chat, Nikki. I expected Trump to get divorced by now, to be honest. Hope the best for him. True patriot, Jorn. Yeah, I wonder what happened with Melania. You can never give a female enough attention. Simps set a high standard. Yes, they do. I'm 17 hours behind with Coach Greg. I'm all caught up today. Freedom is undervalued until you lose it. Stay single, stay free, says Thomas Newton. Mile high salute to you, my friend, as well. I'm an attorney. I know how we guys prolong the case and recommend false alligators to the wife so that she has a case and the man can be milked. Happens here, my brother. Happens in the U.S. I love women, but if you consider how much resources the average man chases tail, damn, consider Stallone and Brady. All they had spent and waste to cut off those darling deplorables. Look how much money those two have. Fame, attention, athleticism. They're Chads in their own way. Stallone's short, but still, he's a badass. The friend zone is a big L. I don't know how Rebel, even though I'm a fan of Diana Jr., they're here next weekend. Oh, come on. What is his name? Oh, it's off the top of I should know this. I'm very good at music. Dang it. I have your booklet, but I want a big one. I just don't have much to say, Harshit. Once you understand female nature, it deflates any programming from the past. Slam Cave. It deflates any programming from the past. It is a red pill superpower. It is a superpower when you can see how to navigate life by dealing with female nature. 98% are not recommended. The 1 to 2% that are very difficult to find and maintain. Men's Daily's in the house. Check out Men's Daily. Good to see you. Check out his channel. He puts some good content. Science now says depression not believed to be caused by low serotonin, perhaps bad relationships. I would agree with that statement. Brian Diggs, clearly he'd rather be playing football than be at home with his wife nagging. She nags because she's, what, 42 now? She's not 25 anymore. She still looks good. She's Brazilian, but, you know, she's aged. The delusion for the thirst for attention on her side is getting stronger and stronger. Woman should be 10 years younger than the man. Norwegian research in 2018 concluded that close to all men, including single, married, and divorced, who did suicide were all women related. I would agree with that statement. All the guys I know that took themselves out, a lady was behind it. A breakup, a divorce, something. Wolf King Sigma, J Massis. I don't know what that means. Cosmic, going to buy myself a nice ring, treat myself to a nice dinner, then propose to myself. I finally recognize at 38 the only relationship is the one I have with myself. The only relationship, you know, a lot of people hate themselves. They haven't learned to love their you know, where they are in life. And I think a lot of that has to do with external validation. They compare themselves. But I think that's the best relationship to be into cosmic, is to be in a marriage with yourself. You can never divorce yourself. You can never cheat on yourself. Every man go to work only because of improving their SMV. Patriots won. I think you're right. Still got his long hair. It's white now. J Masses. There you go. I know a couple of couples who have just split. They were both the same ages, early 30s, just as the men are hitting their peak and the women are hitting the wall. Is it a coincidence that as men hit the peak, women are on the downfall in terms of a lot of things? Who knows? God created us, or an infinite intelligence, if you believe that. It's just overwhelming knowing that celebrities and regular men have to pay an arm and a leg just to sexually satisfy a woman, and then some. Then next to the next guy. I agree. Look how much money Stallone is going to have to give. Half of his wealth. What is he worth? 400 or 500 million? Hopefully he can get out with like a $50 million check. How's the weather in Utah? I was just in Nevada. Oh, it's hotter than hell, Be Free Asia. It's too hot right now. J Massis and the fog. There you go. J Mass is a hilarious dude in interviews. Half asleep or dead. Great guitar player. Yeah, he's an interesting dude. Sebado, that's the one I was talking about. Sebado, there's one, is it Folk something? Folk Implosion? Folk? Who's the one that did Stacy's mom? Matt Downer's back. Good to see Matt. Deep Wound. I don't know that band. Never Marry. It's a scam. It's not recommended. It's not recommended today. Rad. No joke, the thirst is real. What is the common thread in criminality? Self-deletion and men-on-man violence. Simping and thirst. You know what? You're absolutely right. I believe that to be the case. Prenups is a 35-plus-year-old female. Useless. Jerome Markell from Brooklyn. Good to see Jerome back. Well said. I viewed a stream and said if you get divorced, it's because we aren't chads with top-tier looks. The black pill crybabies have no idea about women. Well, they still value, Jay. They still are considering what women think of them. They still giving power away to women. Keep the power within you. And if a woman pops in your orbit and she's a 1 to 2%er, no marriage, no cohabitation, no kids. How about this? It's more enjoyable to rule their minds and hearts forever by being the best version of yourself instead of ruling their bodies for a short time. You know, intimacy, you know, after the 60th, 50th, 40th time, it's not the same. Trying to be supportive of friends that want to get married, can't red pill somebody. They have to end up on their own. Slam Cave. You said it, brother. We don't recruit. We do not recruit. Fountains of Wayne. There we go. Attaboy, Hemi. Attaboy. Fountains of Wayne. Lou Barlow. That's the guy I was thinking of. Lou Barlow. as well as J Masses. Marriage kills. It sure does. There should be a parental warning on marriage certificates that marriage has the capability of taking you out by either party. The only good thing about Brady split is that his wife makes 3 times the amount he does, so he won't be divorced. CJ, does she make more than him? Interesting. Fountains of Wayne, Stacy Mom has got it going on. You guys are all on top. Lou Barlow is the guy I was thinking about. Sebadoh, Dinosaur Jr. He's just skateboarded Dinosaur Jr. in the 80s, mid to late 80s. Had a buddy way into those guys. I see many Asian women go to West and divorce their beta bucks Western husband. It's becoming a trend for Asians to get the green card. You know what? If you guys really want to see true dynamics of men and female international relationships, watch 90 Day Fiancé. These people come to the States for green cards, and 90% of them are looking for, it's right there on a TV channel called TLC, and you can watch, it's like 8 seasons, and you watch these men and some women thirst for men and women international destinations, and they're not in it for love. And these people are so delusional. It is the best red pilling type of show to watch. 90 Day Fiancé the other way. That's the name of the international. People go, they meet these people online in Egypt. They fly over, they bring them over. They're like, what? They're 20-year difference. So true. Never be in the friend zone. Don't try to friend your way into her pants. Yeah, once you're in the friend zone, Teddy boy, it's over. You'll never get back. But the heat in Utah is dry heat, correct? Although it was a little humid 2 weeks ago, but typically dry. And DJ Love, so far I'm not getting divorced rate, but I won't risk marriage again. Well, what are you going to get out of it? That's the thing. Well, there's nothing really to attain. Black pill makes a lot of good sense. The problem is they're unlike the Bradys and Stallones out there. We put it on a pedestal peacefully until it dwindling off like the blob and eats us alive, says AZ Monk Mode. Not for love, for money. Women always want something. George Michael's song, or Wham song, Everything She Wants, is a red pill song, even though he was Skittles. Male that still entertain marriages are thirsties. They still believe in the one, and there is no one, said Jerron Markell. Wisdom again from our man in Brooklyn. Thirsties is what we should call them. We're going to term that. Anytime you guys use the word thirsties, that's because of Jerron Markell. We'll soon go to Canada to start my law practice. Good for you, brother. Leo is a legend, a pillar of red pill. I saw some graph that he only dates up, for 6 months or whatever, up to 25, then he dumps them. Rebel Murphy's Law is doing after show next Saturday on my birthday. After Riot Fest, my brother and I will be mosh spitting. There you go, Polska. Are you saying drop kick Murphys? Women are too complex to understand them. 1 minute they want, the next minute they don't. Just have your fun for a short period, says John Davies. Couldn't have agreed more, John. Well said. You cannot entertain them and keep them engaged because they shift emotions and thoughts 100 million times a day. Cremation is a dry heat, but I don't want to do it tomorrow, says DKS. Good to see DKS back in the house. After all this time, I figured out the best revenge is to let the new men have her because he doesn't know what he has. But I do. It's funny you say that. I was talking about this the other day. Be sorry for the guy your ex got with because she's going to be unloaded on quicker. She's going to have no patience. It's going to, too bad. If you involve money to the woman you dealing with, then it's already over. Try making anything long term. Yeah, once the good old dollar sign, the good old greenback pops in, it's over. Marriage and LTR expose men to combustible and toxic dangers. Well said, Mr. T Talks. 90 Day Fiancé is a perfect example. Majority of the women come here to be a model. Lots of Ukrainian, lots of Filipinos in the 90 Day Fiancé. Everything the guys ask. I do not believe Leo will date. He'll probably maybe smash, but I doubt if he would do that because he likes the youngsters. There should be a warning label on all women like they're on pack of cigarettes. Will lead to heartache and divorce. Cosmic. There you go. Love it. We're going to name it Thirsties. Loads of men at my work tell me with pride they are marrying. It's like being told they are done being a man. Marriage is not recommended in 2022. Matt Downer, Time Bomb. It's a time bomb. I liked I need your salvation. Whoa, whoa. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Rancid and Op Ivy. Olivia Wilde is dating younger Harry Styles. What's the psychology when chicks in their 30s date younger? Attention, attention, attention. That's it. I'd hope most men's eyes will be open. And now with this whole soft girl era, the key word era. That's the thing, Jerron. The issue is programming is still embedded in their brains. People say, John Boston's in the house, the legendary John. People say, but what if there's a big world war and they run back to men? It doesn't matter. Once the world war over, they are back to 304 and OnlyFans and Big of the Hoop, Big of the Hoe. Murphy's Law is a New York City hardcore band. They're buddies with the Boston. I think I've heard of them, but I don't know much. Unicorns don't exist. And if they do, they have a horn between their eyes. Hey, Rad, what's up? What is your take of this soft girl thing? Soft girl era is aggressive women becoming more feminine and agreeable. Benjamin Starks, it's just a smoke screen, folks. Programming is too deep to ever change. Unless the internet, it's going to take like generations to change. We're so far gone in the last 10 years with technology. It's a smoke screen. That's all it is, right? Lawyer jokes are only 3 real ones. All of the rest of them are true. That's funny. John Markel says women live longer than men because they don't have a wife. Ooh. How about the lesbian marriages? How do those work out? Apparently, they have the highest divorce rate, even higher than hetero couples. Simping will eventually die after the short burst of oxytocin. She'll ask for more attention, chores, or money. Well said, JJ. Brad, I think most people are waking up. Marital rates are the lowest they've ever been in 122 years, according to the U.S. Bureau. Should I bother with PUA courses? I would not touch a PUA course, my brother. I would not touch them. That's just my opinion. I've been seeing these girls in white tennis dresses like, wow, really? White tennis dresses. I like a gal in a tennis outfit. We got, think of women as fast food. You spend the money, eat the food, it tastes good in the moment, and then it's gone. And then the next day you have indigestion for 300 Trebek. The guy who subs in for Murphy's Law basis has a bar here called Layers Club. Lots of punk, ska, hardcore bands play there. As long as you're skanking Polska, you got the skank going on. Little Boss Stones, little Selector, little Madness. Next couple months will be the beginning of cuffing season. There are no unicorns. John Boston giving us an online alert, alerting the global system of cuffing system potentiality that is approaching us. Rad, your explanation of chemicals helped me. That's all it is, man. You get the same chemicals, Teddy Boy Smith, as a nice burger, or in your case, fish and chips. What's your take on Sly Stallone's divorce? Again, familiarity creates contempt. He married her and expected to live long, had 3 kids. Eventually, she got bored. And now he's effed at 76 with, he'll be fine. He's got plenty of money. In response to the guy above me, I got to disagree. The black pill crybabies that talk about deleting themselves because of female rejection is weak. J Love. I know a couple guys, Jay, that self-deleted because of a woman. Now, were they black pill? No, because they were married. RPD, if I become famous, I will not get married. Why? Tell me what marriage brings to the table in today's society. Just curious, do women ever approach you and hit on you? I've had women come up to me. What the heck is wrong with gays and lesbians getting in on marriage? You know what we used to say when gay marriage was out? We'd say, let them be miserable like the rest of us. Same-sex couples are also more violent, especially women, Jerome Markel. Mighty, mighty Bosstones, Matt Downer. They just broke up. Dickie left, right? Dickie wouldn't take the jab. All women are born evil. Some just realize their potential later in life than others. Well, I think Eve is the mother of all women. Eve rebelled against God. Murphy's Law. Send me that link, brother. I know an attorney said the gay divorces are where they are making their money. Total shit show. I can't even, who knows? Maybe they, John, got gay marriage as part of another business unit within the family courts. Why not? They're going to make money off gays and straight. I cannot imagine the flaming rage of two crackpot lesbos. Yeah, who gets the kids in that case, right, T-Docs? When women say they don't know what they want, it actually means they're selfish. Well said. Even if women did come with a warning label, 95% of men urinate sitting down and will die blue-pilled, so it's useless. It is useless to resist us. We've all been beta at some point. I agree with that statement. We have all been beta. CJ, and this is those that learn from it are wise. Those that don't are foolish. Don't build your house on sand. Build it on rocks. Date him, don't marry him, says Jerome Markel. Chicks with tattoos are insane. Be warned, especially snake ones. Well, check that link out, my brother. FJT, the homie Giga Chad, is back in the building for 500 Trebek. We got FJT. Check out FJT's channel. Our token Giga Chad with Jerome Markel. Those guys, you don't want to mess with them. I am sorry, but I think Brady's going renegade after divorce. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Tom Brady. Thanksgiving weekend and high school reunions are when the women go nuts looking for a man. Happens every year. That's makes me laugh. It's almost like men who get married in 2022 witness other men getting destroyed in family court. They think it can never happen. That's the thing. People think they're different. You're not different. Men and women are the same. We have the same brains on the men's side for the majority, and same with women. Maybe Biden will do a divorce. Hey, yeah, what about my money from divorce reparations? I want my money. The thought of being married and trapped with no way out is a nightmare. It's like every week Madonna has a new young boy to spread herpes to. The woman is 70 years old and still exuding female nature. Yep, she's looking for attention, CJ. That's all she's doing. Rev's back, coming in late. Hope you're doing well, brother. Check out Rev's channel. Post some good stuff. He's out moving. JR's in the house. Good to see you. When the feel-good Kool-Aid wears off, you're done. Slam Cave. Ain't that the truth? The devil was Eve's God. She listened to the devil. Poor Tyrese finessed out of more money in court. Guys, you do not want to step in court. You know how you avoid that? Marriage, kids, cohabitation. Marriage isn't healthy for women because there's too many temptation online. Absolutely. Absolutely. Being online today is, if your woman's online, who said this? If they have Instagram, I wouldn't even get with them, right? Somebody said that. Do you think sexuality is just brainwashing? It's just programmed within our biology. That's how the cookie crumbles. Ain't that the truth? Brandon Trueblood's back, getting his CDL. Hope all is well. Looks like you're almost done, Brandon. Good seeing Brandon the other day. What red flags does my wife have? College educated. Her dad was a wimp. Her mother ran the dad. That was her programming. What else? Never got in line. She's a good mom though. For the majority. Tom Brady needs to manhandle Giselle. Let her know who wears the pants. She will like it. Damn Brady, come on. I think he's probably pretty beta based on his interviews with his. I mean, he just seems really vanilla dry. Right? All women dream of this perfect simp. Don't simp, fella. They want the simp, but then they don't. Hey, Rad, don't women at high school reunions let themselves up to get a man? I know they do. Of course they do. My high school reunion, I think, what's this here? 32 years. Can you believe that? Brady got kids, he'll marry again. Well, probably. Brad, you're giving me too much credit. You're the OG Giga running through these hot 20-year-old gals. I've had a few that were 20 plus years under me. Got a feel for Prince Harry, who's wearing the royal simp crown. Oh, I can't stand his wife, PH. Can't stand her. Be careful prenups, because anything you bring to the marriage is what you keep. Anything that is earned the day you're married to the day you separate is shared. John Boston says Joe Biden is going to totally bomb. The feds have to raise rates and force unemployment to slow things down. I agree with that statement. John Boston. John Boston. Politically incorrect. Deepak Kalal. The only Deepak I know is Chopra. Shout out to Brandon Trueblood, got his CDL. He's going to be driving around like our brother's MGTOW cowboy, Bowmare, Batman, Hammerhand. Good for him. I tell guys, if you need something, no matter how old you are, get into trucking. You can do it a year, 18 months, stack cash, live out of your cab, see the world. Just listen and perceive reality when you're driving a truck and you meet folks. There's no worse evil than a bad woman, and nothing else has ever been produced better than a good one. John Davies, laying it down in Chinatown. Found an Iron Cross record brand spanking new great skinhead. I've heard of those guys. I like skinhead. I should have saw female nature early on since I grew up with a nagging mom. Yeah, you look at your parents. You know, look at your mom. What was your mom like? That if I tell my boys, if you're going to date a gal in your later life, go date the mom first. Because that's what you're going to marry. Harry Markle, Lisa Smith. He should call himself Harry Sim. Brady can still win if he follows Leo's example. Will he? I had a lady touch my shoulder, smile at me, and ask me if I lost my leg for our country. This was in the grocery store. Freaked me out a little bit. Wow. Well, she cared, right? There's no worse evil thumb than a bad woman, and nothing has been produced better than a good one. I think I read that. What do you think of the Tate brothers? I don't know much about Tate. I know he was canceled and banished. He said some things. He's younger than me, so again, I like to listen to. I think he's got good truth for men. Don't marriage. Marriage is not recommended. I think he says a lot of the same truths that we all do, but that is it. I don't blame you, Rad. I've had some 20-year-olds older than me. Speaking of, my ex-sugar mama tried contacting me. They're always coming back. Ex-sugar mama for 300 Trebek. Of course they're always coming back because they know what's coming down. And listen to FJT when he says they come back. Yep. Shout out to Brandon Trueblood for getting his CDL. 2 weeks. Shout out from Matt Downer. She will always hate the beta. This was gold. That's a problem, man. They say they want a nice guy, but they want a bad boy. And then they get the bad boy. You can't. A 1% to 2% likes a strong man, and she doesn't want to change that 1% to 2%, that strong man. And the 98% that I say that are not recommended want to continue to change the man into what she wants. So she wants a bad boy. Go watch the show Sex Life on Netflix. It's a series of, I think, 10 episodes about a woman that is an alpha widow, marries a rich beta nice guy. He finds out she's still in love with him, so he tries to become a bad boy. Backfires. You know, you cannot turn a beta into a Chad, an alpha badass. You cannot make it happen. But you can make it. A lot of alpha men turn into betas just because of the constant grinding down of that man. But you can't turn it the other way. The reason why women nag is so they can preach simp scripture to you. Well said. Who wants leftovers? The issue with the Tate brothers, I don't take Andrew Tate 100% seriously. I look at him as a WT. Yeah, I don't know much about him. I've seen a couple clips, FJT, of him, boxing and doing MMA. Some things he says is great. I think he flexes a little too much for me. I'm not saying he's a bad dude. I'm just saying a little bit flex. I think he brings awareness to the space, so I'm happy about that. Just as Fresh and Fit, I don't watch them. They at least bring awareness of the female nature within Miami, the 304 life. I'm sure they're helping as well. But my audience, the fun women are usually the craziest. Yeah, damn right. My ex regrets divorcing. They make stupid decisions and then blame everyone else. Blame and deflect and blame for 300 Trebek. John Boston. But that's the issue. I mean, my audience are mostly a lot of folks that have been in relationships, a lot of divorced guys, a lot of guys with kids, younger folks. So if you're going to talk to me about family court, you better well as hell gone through it like I did, 29 months. Female prime minister now in the UK cheated on her husband and he forgave her. Ooh, sounds like another Kamala Harris situation. David Beckham's son is a massive simp. He's 23, married a 27-year-old. Yeah. I mean, who's the Jonas brother? Didn't he marry a gal that's 10 years older than him? Some Indian gal, pretty, but still. Land putty. Watch your video, Thursday's Man's Downfall on Break at Work. Fundamental red pill video every man should check out. Thanks, CJ. You guys got to check out CJ's channel as well. Got some good stuff. Some solid, definite wisdom. Brandon Trueblood, check his channel out. The With Me Driving, the roads are no longer safe. With Me Driving, the roads are no longer safe. But marriage is much more dangerous. Be safe, brothers. Improve yourself, men first. P.S. Rad, your joke is number 4 of my most watched. That's funny. Oh, that's the one with the hurricanes. Yeah, I checked that out the other day. Check out Brandon Trueblood's channel. He does funny jokes. Are fat chicks mentally ill? Well, if you eat a lot and don't think there's nothing wrong with it, well, I would say that would side on the side of delusion, which is a mental illness. Are fat chicks mentally ill? What? The F is 300 Trebek. You got to go watch Saturday Night Live with Will Ferrell and Trebek. Then you'll understand it. Tom Brady is a miserable football meathead. Enjoy life, but probably feels poor. The elite pricks never feel rich enough. I think it's an excuse because she wants to divorce Grape the guy now. Could be, Edgar. Could be. George P's in the house from England. Good to see George back. Priyanka Chopra, that's who it is. That's who he married, right? Politically incorrect. Can't stand the delusion of this modern woman. I had enough of what a woman have to offer. I'm good with me and myself and the rest of my days. I'm good. I don't need to love them or understand them. You can't do both. As Greg Adams says, you can't love them or understand them. You got to choose one. As Bono says in U2, you can't live with them or without them. PH says, anyone know if Red Pill Stardust is okay? I don't know. Stardust is Thinking Man's ape. Oh, there you go. He changed his name. I wanted to tell you, Rad, it's a mad world trying to get some coworkers, help some coworkers. They get angry, irritated, and their ego's affected. Yeah, I would agree with that. Sometimes you can't help people. Helping others and getting stones thrown at you in return. Yeah. Let them come and ask for help. Mug money is another way of minimalism. You don't have to carry the baggage of a female. Rad recommends 1% to 2%. 98% are not recommended. Celebrity Jeopardy have always been dumbed down more than civilian Jeopardy. The more I see the woke and Skittles agenda, the more Islam makes sense. Crazy times we're living in, says FJT. The Skittles world is just here to destroy civilization. In conjunction with family courts to destroy the family, to destroy husbands, to destroy fathers, to destroy the father relationship between the kids. That is what it's all based on, the destruction of society. And Skittles, as FJT says, is absolutely part of that agenda. Politically, please do a collab with Sandman. Who did a collab with Sandman? Was it Hammer? Hammer? But anyhow, guys, celebrity divorce massacre. It's everywhere. And it just tells you, you cannot suffice a woman. You cannot make her happy. A lot of things pop up. Familiarity breeds contempt. If you notice, the kids were older when they divorced, which is very common, especially when the oldest typically turns 10, 12, 13, around that time. That's when it breaks down. Sometimes it happens when the kids are little, but a lot of times they wait until the kids are older, a little bit more established in grade school. So you see that, and you're seeing that quite a bit with especially a lot of these folks, Bezos and Gates and Stallone. Their daughters are older. You guys, you can't maintain the same dopamine forever. I truly believe monogamy is an extremely challenging proposition. Thanks, Polska. When you have anger, that is a feminine trait, correct? It's not in a man to be angry. Stoicism and being grounded is what a man is. He is conservative too, correct? It's funny, all these weak guys that vote liberal. A weak man is a liberal, simple as that. Because liberals take from those that build. I wish the U.S. had banned those sissy Skittles, said Matt Downer. Look what Russia and China are doing with the Skittles. They don't allow that crap. When men run education, you get Einstein. When women run education, you get Epstein. Lisa Smith laying it down to Chinatown. I love being a minimalist, stoic, and monk. Quiet, peace, quiet, and freedom, T-Talks. 99% of women are glued to their phones. They're glued to attention more than anything. I think a good collab would be Rad and Gone with John. I don't know Gone with John. I think he's been in a couple chats I've been in. Michelle O'Rourke, any woman that weaponizes the kids against her husband does not deserve to be a mother. I am a wife and mother and have a daughter that will turn a year old in November and 4 months pregnant. My 4-month-old son I would never use children against. You are that 1 to 2% I talk about. My husband is good to me and our daughter. If we were divorced, I would never use our children against him. Well, we don't want you to divorce, that's for sure. So, it is what it is. Divorce is not recommended. So going back to the point where, some of the younger creators and what they're talking about, do I listen to Tate? Do I listen to those guys? I don't. I'm not against them. I typically like to share my experience, and that is why I do this channel. My experience and the experience of others helps men. That's how I found out 7, 8 years ago about MGTOW. And it's as simple as that. We help each other move forward without anything in return. Let's see who we got. PH, if you are an old celeb couple with 6 houses, can't they just live apart? It's not like they are living on top of each other. I just think familiarity in the end, PH, creates massive contempt, and contempt creates destruction. The awakening after divorce has improved me physically, financially, and I feel more energy and have more time to pursue hobbies. I recently beat a top chess player in my friends. QS. Allow divorce to be a catalyst to make your life better. That's how I look at it. I look at it, wow, what a gift I got. Even though, yeah, it sucks. I talk about it, that what the damage it did to my kids. I didn't want a divorce, but now looking where I'm at today, where I was, it's definitely increased and improved my mental health by tenfold. If just one single deletion could be avoided, then in my opinion, all the time and energy is worth it. Thanks to you, Brother Rad, and all the brothers and sisters. You're the future. That's why we do these channels. That's why Terrence Popp does his, to help men realize that they're valuable regardless of a woman's validation. If their wife or girlfriend broke up with them, that doesn't mean their life is over. The one-itis is real, and men are weak in that regards. What do you think about Rich Cooper's criticism of MGTOW? I followed Rich for 4 years. I think he critiques MGTOW because he wants to expand his subscriber base to include all types. I feel no attraction to watching prawn. Rather spend my time in hobbies like gym, cycling, and cooking. Good for you, brother. We don't give a shit what Cooper says about MGTOW. Exactly. Rad knows this, but I will let the chat know. In Irish and Norwegian families do not believe in divorce. We have respect for our men. My husband leads our home. I stand next to him as his wife. You know what? Women should hear this message that you said, because a lot of women get their degrees. They work. I told my buddy who's got a 23-year-old, gorgeous gal working in medical, I said, you know, if she doesn't get married in the next, want to have kids, she's going to end up 35 years old, single. Her eggs are drying up. And by the time she's 40, it's going to be very difficult to maintain and have a family. And the programming of being a career person has limited what your true nature is. True nature of women is to have kids. True nature of women is to have kids. If you want to have a degree, my mom had a degree in 1964. She was a school teacher. The moment my brother was in her belly, she quit working. She worked, I think, for 3 years. But she wanted to be a mother. She has a degree, great. But she wanted to pursue, and she had 6 kids. Only 4 acceptable reasons for divorce: physical battery, drug addiction, infidelity, and the person is gay. Yes, men should divorce based on those as well, and as well women. My mental health completely resolved outside of marriage. Modern marriage equals brain damage. Politically incorrect. You are a nice chutia. I don't know what that means. Rebel, my big sis went MGTOW over for 6-week surgery. She went down the rabbit hole watching vids. I laughed and said, good luck with the red pill. She totally hates women. It's funny. I've talked to a couple women who find out about red pill, and they're like, I had no idea women are like that. Well, 98% of women are like that. Society makes marriage a big deal because of its monetary value. In reality, marriage is thrown around lightly. I don't understand why women can't have 2 to 3 kids between 8 and get an education. Intellectual quasar is in the house. Yeah? Have your kids, raise them, and then when they're in high school or whatever, go get your degree. Marriage is for weak. Yes, it is. It makes me laugh when women scream, want to triple, quadruple 6 like Brady. Then once they finally get him, they divorce him. She's not happy for 200. Trebek. Brady minus 1 ring for 300. Trebek. All female choose they sleep with, and they are in charge of who impregnates them. Outside of grape, there are women that open their legs. Let's be real. Women who date women know how impossible they can be. I watched a video about a lesbian that started dating women, and she says, now I know what guys go through. Very interesting. MGTOW Cowboy's back. Check out Cowboy's channel. He's driving a truck. He drives truck. I didn't know how women are like that. Women are like that. Am I a NOWALT believer? I did a couple of videos early on, which I said NOWALT, but I say now 98% are not recommended. There is 1 to 2%. I'm not a fatalist. Leave the West. These women are not good people. They can never have enough. The majority of women are not someone you want to hitch your wagons to. You don't want marriage, cohabitation, or what's the other one? No marriage, no cohabitation, and no kids. Guys, it's been great. I'm going to cut it off here at 53 minutes. I think male nature is just as bad as female nature. The only problem now is that men have become too weak. I would agree. And men are held accountable. And I'd say 98% of men are dipshits too. You know, they're not on purpose. They're out seeking what have you. They're seeking attention. 5 years of freedom is back. MGTOW trains men to disarm, declaw, and neutralize women so they are harmless meat suits and nothing more. Navigating life by understanding female nature, and check out Wes's channel, 5 Years of Freedom. Understanding female nature is going to help you. You navigate life by understanding them, not by hating them. Once you understand them, then you can have a great life. And check out Wes's new video today. I thought it was very well done, Wes. Most females have great fantasies. She's nastier than you think. I would agree with that. Not all of them are like that. Right now for 300 Trebek. Thanks, D-Man and everybody. Cheers to everybody here. Let's see if I missed anyone. RPD, Michelle. Let's see, politically incorrect. As a man who has crossed 50, do you think you have hit the wall? No. I feel great. I feel great, politically incorrect. And we've got Michelle. Let's take, right now I'm a little scared like I was when I was pregnant with my daughter. I didn't have any complications. I'm hoping everything's going to work out great. Keep your positivity up. Rebel against defeat. Chase excellence. Masculinity. Men first.